Hey guys, welcome back to another There and Back Again, where I feature local tournament reviews as well as events I attend to for the hobby. Today we're at the Loremasters of Newmarket, which is a tournament that's ran in the OSBGL by Don, one of the admins of the group. So I just got here, tables are all set up, people are starting to roll in. It's going to be a day full of gaming, fun, laughter, and probably some dice failures as well. So throughout the day I'm going to show you who I'm going to be facing, as well as some of the scenes here, the armies that I see, as well as what I'm fielding, as well as events that happen throughout the day. By the end of the day, hopefully we'll do the awards ceremony, and then if all goes well, we'll be able to do a sort of Q&A with Don, see what he liked about his tournament, what he didn't, what he plans to do in the future, and go from there. So stay tuned, keep on watching, and enjoy. Well, here it is. This is my 500 points for this tournament today. So it's being led by Thranduil, King of the Woodland Realm. So the beast one that has like defense 6, 3 attacks, 4 when he's on foot and gets extra attacks per guy. I'm not using the actual model, but that's acceptable within the rules of the tournament. In the back, I have 4 Palace Guard with Elven Blades and Shield, and then I have one with Spear and Shield, and then 3 Mirkwood Elves with Elven Glaives, and then 1 with Bow and 1 with Elven Blade and Shield there. Over here we have Legolas, Prince of Mirkwood. Again, 3 attacks. He's the more elite one with Orcus, stuff like that. Again, not using the model, but I am using that guy there. He's leading 6 Mirkwood Rangers and then 2 Mirkwood Elves with Elven Blades and Shields. So that's the army for today. I'm going to go around, show everybody what everybody else is playing now. I'm not sure who's playing these high elves here, but they look pretty potent. They got Gilgalad there, a whole bunch of high elves with Spear and Shield, and then over here you got your Rivendell Knight Captain with 6 Rivendell Knights. So that looks like that could be a pretty potent list. We'll see how it fares through the day, and who knows, I might be facing them. So that's one. Over here you have Garrett Pogson? Can't remember his last name. Garrett's list. You might have seen some of these models in a previous battle report on the channel. So he looks like he has some Watchers of Karna, Knight of Umbar over there, as well as some Herodrum and the Merchant Guard, some Uruk-hai Scouts over there, Taskmaster, I love that model, as well as some more Merchant Guard and Watchers of Karna and stuff like that. So lots of bows in that army. We'll see how it fares throughout the day, and then let's move on to the next one. Dwarven force here. Not sure who is leading it. Looks like a captain sitting right there. A couple of axes there, as well as some Rohan over there. So pretty high defense, but it looks like they could be a bit slower than other ones, which could affect them during some of the gameplay and the missions today. But we'll see how they fare. Here's another Dwarven list. Again, not sure who's playing it. We'll find that out later. But they have some Vault Wardens, some Warriors there. I'm not sure who that model is in the back there, but I'll have to try to find out and let you know about that. So here's some more elves. Galadrim Court by the looks of it. Rumil is over there. And then we got some more guys over here, led by the Stormcaster or whatnot. And some basic guys over there. So, raffle prize for the day here at the Loremasters of Newmarket. Gimli's helmet. There we go. Alright guys, end of the first round for my army here. I was up against Andrew Brock's mixture of Goblin King, Uruk-hai from Isengard, and some Hunter Orcs. What happened was, it was Clash of Champions, variative of old ground. So our heroes had to be fighting in the center, so I have Thranduil versus Goblin King. For the most part, Thranduil was winning the combats. He had 4 dice to Goblin King's 3, so I managed to get quite a few 6s. But the blubbery mass saved the Goblin King time and time again, so I couldn't kill him off. off until like the second last turn, which really hampered my army a little bit. And then he just had so many more guys within the objective. So what happens is, say Thranduil killed Goblin King, which did, the Goblin King then becomes an objective marker. And so you get victory points, 3 victory points if you slay the character. If you did if you did 2 wounds to the opponent leader, you get 2 victory points, and 1 if you do 1 wound to the victory point to the enemy leader. So I got 3 victory points there, and I get 1 for having models within 6 inches of it of the objective. So I got 4 victory points. But Andrew, he ended up doing 2 wounds to Thranduil, so that gave him 2 victory points. And then he had double the amount of models within 6 inches of the objective, which gave him 3 victory points as well. So he actually had 5 to my 4 victory points. It was a very fun game, very good match, and hopefully I'll get some wins in there today. I definitely have to say the Goblin King for the Clash of Champions scenario that we got from the GBHL crew is a great hero or enemy leader to have for that scenario. So we'll come back after the end of the second round. We'll go from there. Round 2 came to a close. I was playing Travis and his dwarves in a game of scouts. Again, thanks to the GBHL for throwing that our way, or allowing us to use it. So we both had about the same number of models. What happened, the big thing for us, or for the Elves, was I was able to get 3 guys off where he wasn't. Both armies were broken by the end of the game, and it was a victory for me. So far in the tournament, 1 win, 1 tie.
Get him next time.
Yeah. He'll get me next time, he says. Not with dwarves. But I'll show you what we are playing on. So this is the mat here. So this is the mat that we are playing on. I was starting up on this side here. I basically had some scouts flank on that side and some scouts flanking on this side. I managed to get 3 of the ones off the far side over there, where Travis didn't get any whatsoever. So we'll come back with round 3.
Okay, so the winner today with a perfect record of 4-0 is Timothy Santiago.
Yeah!
Congratulations, sir. And this is intended as first prize, but you're welcome to anything there if you would rather.
Take another troll.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Good job.
Okay, in second place, Timothy had a perfect 12 points. In second place with 3 wins and 1 draw is Ben Boomer. Yeah.
He owes me some of that prize, man. He paid me.
All right. Okay, in third place, my 2 buddies are tied, Garrett and Drew. And based on strength of schedule, Drew. Sorry, Garrett. Both had 3 wins and 1 loss with 9 points. Don't take more
What'd you take?
The Wildmen of Dunlender.
Oh.
Okay, so we also had last place, Wooden Spoon, and that is going to go to Justin. Sir, it was actually a tie, but Justin had a flat tire on the way here.
He gets it.
Some serious expense, so you win a pot of paint.
We're tied with him. Pretty sure it's me.
And Justin only got 2 games in, so.
Thanks for coming, making it all this way.
Yes. And then we had Best Army, and you just see what our voting was on that, if I can find it. Bear with me 1 second. We had the winner with 7 votes. Second place was Antonio with 4.
Ooh.
And then we had Adam Marcel and Joseph Hanlon both with 2. but the winner with 7 votes was Ben Boomer.
Good job.
Display board.
It's the display board.
Playboard hacks.
Playboard hacks.
Playboard hacks.
So much choice.
My
I
red
thought
felt
mine
the
was so
playboard
awesome.
wasn't.
And get me something.
Wait, who said that?
Bring the display board.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to start.
You know what? I'll take it.
I'm just gonna actually have to paint it.
Tough choice.
I'm all mad.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Winner twice. Hey guys, welcome to the last segment of There and Back Again, the tournament review for Loremasters of Newmarket. I'm here with Tim and Don. So Tim here was the tournament champion.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 wins straight, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What were you using for your army?
Well, I took
Start off
Bert the Troll, Shagrat, regular Shagrat with shield,
Yeah.
2 Mordor Trolls,
Yep.
and then 5 more Nuns with shield, and Shell
That's very monster heavy.
Yeah,
And
monsters.
so what was your train of thought with that then?
Well, really, like, I don't know, I was thinking of, because the rules pack came out
Yeah.
like, very early, so at home, me and the other Joshes, my friends, we play tested the list
Yeah.
to see what worked, what didn't work. So I knew I had trouble with like all monster, because usually I always bring all monsters.
Yeah.
And then I knew I couldn't do that with scouts, so that's why I put in the Morinons, and then I had Shell Up as like a threat for other people's like seize the prize and scouts. So
Yeah.
just that as a threat, and then if everything else, like trolls do troll things.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Troll.
awesome. And so you won. What was the prize that you picked? What was?
I
didn't get to
picked
see
a
what it
box.
was.
Yo,
Box of airborne dwarves.
Yeah,
Oh,
airborne
airborne
dwarves.
dwarves.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
So
it's
for
good.
the- Yeah, no, it's a good. Hey, for
because
the
my other
tournament.
army is dwarves, so
Yeah, so that works.
works perfectly. Works perfectly.
And so, Dawn, you set this up with a few other help with
I did,
Garrett
yeah.
and Andrew
Myself
and that, so-
and Garrett mainly set it up, and
Yeah.
Drew helped us a little as well.
Yeah. And so, what made you choose? Well, first off, what missions did you choose, and what made you choose those missions for this tournament?
We only chose 1 mission out of the book, just because most of the missions that we've been playing in the league are, out of the 6 missions from the book. So we picked 1 mission from there, and then we picked actually 2 of the missions that they ran at the Desolation of Stockport, GBHL. And James Clark, I know he, I believe, wrote up the Challenge of Champions and then also Scout, and I'm not quite sure if he came up with that one or not. We did change the victory conditions on Challenge of Champions a little bit, only because we wanted to make every mission in the tournament favor one type of army build.
Okay.
And the way that rules or the victory points were for that one, you could still lose the Challenge of Champion and easily win the mission with a horde army.
Yeah.
So we didn't like that, so we changed that up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the last one was kind of a seize the prize variant that we came up with called Precious Cargo.
Yep.
And we play tested it a few times, and it was kind of like each army starts with the Precious Cargo, which is a heavy object.
Yep.
And on opposite side of the board, and you try to move it off the board.
Okay.
But the mission is the points are awarded based on where your objective ends at the end. If it ends in your side of the table, you actually lose a victory point, and then you get progressively more the farther you get it up or off.
Yep.
And the idea there was to have sort of like an offensive side of the board and a defensive side of the board, and I think it worked really well.
Yep.
At least it did when we play tested. I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's feedback on it.
Go. So, what was your favorite mission then of the tournament with your monster heavy list, which is really good? Like you didn't have a lot of models, right? Like it was
yeah, no, like
8 or
I
so?
had like 10 models.
Yeah.
3 point was like
Yeah.
have to kill 6 guys. And
But you had tough things to kill too.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I think you said,
because like the way how I compose the list is
Yeah.
like I have 5 Morinons, right? As soon as you kill those 5, you have to kill one more thing to break
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
So my favorite mission was probably seize the prize, like that one.
The
one we
Precious
did.
Cargo one?
Precious Cargo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough mission because like you have to take yours off, but you can't let them.
Yeah,
So you have to like
come
split
across.
your army. It's like
Yeah.
priority, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, there's with this one, you had all the different missions, one specific sort of mission per style of army. I would get you to say. Did you assume that almost like an all monster list would be the winner then of this tournament?
Like, I don't know, like, I tried covering all bases,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because Bert the Troll, he's good for Contest of Champions,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And if there's scouts, I just have to get lucky enough. Like, I use trolls as, like, a buffer from in between my enemy and
Yeah, yeah.
the Mornons. Then after the next, Lords,
Lords of War? Or,
Uh,
no, Lords of Battle.
right?
Yeah.
You know, monsters are always good at that.
Scout would have been hard for you, and Precious
Yeah.
Cargo would have been hard for you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's those
Because
two
of
that I had to, like,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I got lucky because Shell like, did her job.
Yeah.
And then after, like, my trolls, they did their job. Mornons were safely off.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, no, the event, in my opinion, ran very well. I had 2 wins, 2 losses. I knew I wasn't going to be doing much, but I came out, had fun, and I liked the variation of the different missions. I think that's definitely key to the tournament. You know, we had a good turnout. You know, for our local area, we had almost 20 people. You know, and you had some really good surprise scores. Like you had a helmet that you were giving away in a raffle.
Yeah, and I wanted to make the. It was Gimli's helmet,
Yeah.
and I gave everybody that entered a free raffle ticket,
Yeah.
so everybody started out with 1 raffle
And then
ticket.
you get-
And I didn't want to make that the prize for first place.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, because I was using it as a moneymaker so that I could
sure.
break even on financially.
For sure.
And it worked really well. Actually, it worked really well. So.
That's good. And so, what was your Don? What was your key sort of aspect of this tournament? Was something that you sort of look back on? I would do this again. You know, this worked really well. What was?
I have to say the mission selection.
Yeah.
Also, it's the first time we've been in this venue, and the
Yeah.
venue. If we had more people, it would have been a little tight. But
Yeah.
up to say 22 people,
sure.
I think it's ideal.
For sure.
But the mission selection was really what we were pushing from the beginning. We were really, our objective was to get people to take big heroes. That was
Yeah.
our objective, because everybody is like spamming Horde.
Yeah.
And it's why? Because it works, right?
And you saw
Yeah.
a lot of them. Like you had
Yeah.
your Bert was yours, right? And then I know I was playing with the new Thranduil. I saw Gilgalad, Aragorn, I think on a couple of different tables.
Yeah, Durin.
Yeah, Durin. There was a couple of
There are 5 dwarf armies actually.
yeah.
It was crazy.
Insane. The 2 Goblin Kings. I saw 2 Goblin Kings here.
Yeah.
That was pretty good as well. Like,
And people
then-
did still take Horde. There were a couple of
Yeah.
people that took Horde, but what ended up happening is actually Ben, who came second,
Yeah.
picked pretty much his regular army, which
The
is
Arnor sort
which
of
is
great
Horde
company.
Arnor. Yeah, but he tied Contest of Champions, and that was the
Yeah,
objective from
yeah.
my point of view. And because of that, he didn't win.
So-
Timothy won with 4-0.
Yeah.
So
And so Tim obviously is first. Ben was second,
Second, yeah.
and then Drew.
Drew
Was third.
Was third with 9. Garrett also had 9, but.
Yeah. So that's good. And so the format of the tournament here is win loss, not victory points throughout the tournament. Correct? That's
Correct.
how you were doing it.
Yeah.
So next tournament will be November 14th here in Ontario. It will be the Clash of Realms, which is one of the tournaments I'll be running. It's going to be at the venue. The venue will be Peterborough Public Library. We'll be sort of in cahoots with Brawl in the Hall, which is a 40K tournament ran by a man by the name of Dave Watson. He puts on a pretty good show. It's biannually, so twice a year. So that's going to be the next one. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for taking the time to have a little sit down and chat. And hopefully see you again shortly. So take care, guys.